Hi, Otway Ross here. Welcome to another guitar lesson. In this lesson, I'll teach you how to play the E minor chord. And here it is. Very familiar chord because it's one of the most useful, most popular, and fortunately for you guys, it's the easiest one to play. You can see I've put two dots on the strings that you have to fret. Both of them are in the 2nd fret, and it's the 4th and 5th strings. So the chord is E, B, E, G, B, E. So lots of E's and B's and one G. And it's the G which makes it minor or major. So a major chord would be, but this one's got that minor tone to it, the slightly sad, slightly melancholic tone. Okay, so how to play it? There's 3 ways you can play it. The first way is using your 1st and 2nd fingers, and you'll notice I've put the dots exactly where you should put your fingers. So put your 1st finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, a little towards the back of the fret, then put your 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret towards the front of the fret. When I say the front, I mean towards the 2nd fret wire here. So right where those dots are. Now the position of your thumb, I'm using just around the middle of the thumb joint, that's the thumb joint, at the middle of the back of the neck. Like that. So you can see my thumb does not poke too much over the neck. If you've got a really big hand, you might find it easier. Sometimes I play it with my thumb all the way over and support the back of the neck in the webbed part between your thumb and index finger. So that's another way of playing it. But you'll probably find then that your hand will pinch the 1st string, which I just did there. Like that. So when you're learning, it's probably best to put your thumb on the middle of the neck at the back, the joint there, like that, and then push your wrist a little further forward. Notice also where my elbow is, it's not stuck to my side and it's not way out here. So that's probably the easiest way to play it. You can tell if your fingers are correct because the 1st joint of your 1st and 2nd finger should stick straight out from the fretboard. And you should be pushing down on the string with the very tip of your finger. Don't push down with the side of the finger, but the very tip of your finger. So when you take your fingers off, you should have 2 lines in your finger right down the middle. If this is the very first time you're playing guitar, it might be a little painful. Just push gently. Don't push so it hurts or bleeds or anything like that, but push gently, and over time that pain will go away. Now if you are playing too far towards the back of the fret, you might hear something like this. That means you just have to slide a little further forward. As far forward as you can to not push the 2nd finger over the front of this fret. If that slides over the front of this fret, it will mute the string as well, like this. So slide it a little further back. So the important thing is to get these 2 strings that you've just fretted, get them ringing clearly, and then play the strings either side of them, making sure that this one isn't muted by the 2nd finger. If it is, what that probably means is that you're angling your finger too far down. Try and get that sticking straight out, get it perpendicular to the fretboard. Okay, I hope that works. Now to future-proof you, I will ask you to play it in 2 more positions. So that's using fingers 1 and 2. Using fingers 2 and 3 is useful because that's the way that you play an E major. Okay, so try and play it with 1 and 2 first, then play it with 2 and 3, and then the final position is to play it with fingers 3 and 4 in exactly the same way. So again, finger joint perpendicular to the fretboard, sticking straight out from the fretboard. The same positioning for each fingers, exactly on the dots. And then once you've mastered each position and you've got it without vibrating, try and change between the 3 positions. Okay, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.